Welcome to GLC2O. In this short video, I'll be showing you how to navigate your content. You can access the content for this course by clicking on the content item in the course navigation. This will bring up the content browser that has a list of stacked items on the left-hand side, as well as a content viewer on the right. These two items on the left-hand side have a triangular icon called a caret that you can click on to expand. Clicking on the caret for graphic interface shows one item, course navigation. Clicking on course navigation brings up some content in the content window to the right. You'll see that here are listed all 10 activities of the course. It's always a good idea to view the content in full screen, and there's a button over here in the top right of the viewer that you can click on to see the content in full screen. For this demonstration, we'll just look at the content in this content window. For each activity in this course, you can see a title and a brief description of what you'll be doing in the activity. Below, there's a Start button that allows you to enter the activity. Throughout the activities in this course, you will be developing your transferable skills. Each activity will focus on different sets of transferable skills. You can see which transferable skills will be focused on by hovering over the icons below the image for the activity. Any transferable skill icon that appears in orange is one that is being focused on in this activity. Cursoring over it will give you the name of the transferable skill, as well as how it is addressed in this activity. Scrolling down further, you'll see the learning tasks or modules for this activity. Each activity is made up of a series of modules or learning tasks, usually between 3 to 6 modules per activity. This scrolling pane will show you all the modules for this activity. They are intended to be completed in order, and they are numbered from 1 to 5 or 6, depending on the number of modules. You can scroll through the different modules in this activity by clicking on these buttons here, or by clicking on the pips at the top of the pane. Each module includes the title of the module, an image, and a quick description of what you'll be doing in the module. By clicking on either the image, the title of the image, or the Start button, you can enter each module. Each module is narrated, so that if you would prefer to listen to the content rather than read it, you can click on this button on the top left. Pressing the play button on the player will play the content for you. When you're finished viewing the content for this module, you can dismiss it by clicking on the X at the top right corner of this pane, or scrolling down to the bottom and clicking on the Close button at the bottom right. Once you've completed all of the modules in an activity, you can scroll up to the top of the activity window and click on this Back button to return back to the course navigation. From there, you can pick your next activity. The tasks that you'll be asked to complete in each module will vary. In some modules, you'll be asked to participate in a discussion where you will engage in meaningful discussion with the other members of your class. Or they might include submitting samples of your work to an assignment folder for your teacher to provide you with feedback. Others might include instructions to submit your work to a portfolio for later use. Let's take a look at how to submit work for each of these 3 different types of activities. In this module, Making a Choice, you'll be submitting some work to your teacher for evaluation. You can see as you scroll down to the bottom of the module, you'll see that there is a link. Since this activity is asking you to submit something to your teacher, the link says Submit Your Work. Clicking on the link will bring you to the assignment folder. When the assignment folder opens, you can see that the description of the assignment is reproduced here. This is the same content that you will see in the module. It's reproduced here for your convenience. Also, if there is a rubric associated with this assignment, it will appear here before the button to submit your work. You should always make sure to check these rubrics before you begin your work. That way, you have a clear understanding of what the expectations are for your work product. Finally, if you continue to scroll down, you will see a button that says Add a File. You can click on this button to upload your work. When you're finished, you can simply close this tab on the browser and you will be returned back to the module. Some activities ask you to participate in a discussion. For example, in this module, What is Next? As you scroll down, you can see that you're being asked to participate in a discussion. Again, scrolling down to the very bottom of the module, you'll see a link that says Join the Discussion. Clicking on it will take you to the location where you can participate in the online thread. You can see that a new tab opens and here is the discussion. Again, like the assignment folder, the description of your task is repeated here in the discussion tool. If there is a rubric associated with the discussion, it will appear here. Clicking on the link will open the rubric for this discussion. Just like the assignment, you should be sure to check these rubrics before posting in the discussion. That way you have a clear understanding of what the expectations are for this discussion. Finally, some modules will ask you to submit work to your portfolio. Your portfolio is where you will store work throughout this course to be used in the culminating activity. In the final activity of this course, you will be asked to review all the artifacts you've created and uploaded to your portfolio. You will then select the best samples of your work for submitting as evidence of your learning and growth throughout the course. For example, in this module, The Story of My Life, you're being asked to create a piece of work and submit it to your portfolio. Like discussions and assignments, the link to the portfolio tool is located at the very bottom of the module. Scrolling down, you will see a hyperlink that says Go to Portfolio. When the portfolio tool loads, you should see all of the courses that you're enrolled in this semester. Be sure to click on GLC2O to submit your work to the correct portfolio. You can add new items to your portfolio by clicking on the Add to Portfolio button. Work can be uploaded from your local computer or from any of the cloud services that your board subscribes to. This concludes your tour of the content of the course. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact your teacher for clarifications. Happy learning!